And take a moment while your body is breathing you to begin to feel the movement of your body as it breathes. So begin to feel what happens through your body as you inhale. Begin to feel what happens to your body as you exhale. Take a moment, and as you begin to scan your body, bring awareness to your jaw, making sure that there's no tension at the jaw. Or if there is, please extend your jaw, open wide. Let your tongue come out, stretch your tongue, making sure that there's no tension through the jaw. And once you begin to feel that ease coming through the masseter muscle over the jaw, then bring the awareness down to the neck and the shoulders. And if you're feeling any tension in the neck and the shoulders, gently squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together, and then allow them to relax. Gently draw the shoulders forward, and then allow them to relax. Gently lift the shoulders up, and then allow them to relax. And then gently roll the head very slowly, just checking in and noticing how your body feels. And then from here, continue the awareness and the scan as it comes over and down through the rib cage. Notice if you feel any restriction through the small muscles, the intercostal muscles through the rib as you inhale and exhale. And then gently, just very gently, lean a little bit over to the right, curling, expanding just a little bit through that left side, that left rib cage. And then gently inhaling back up. And then if it feels appropriate, gently rolling just a little bit over to the left, feeling the expansion through that right rib cage. Noticing if you have any restriction, any tightness on this side. And then gently inhaling up. Allowing the core to make a gentle movement, gentle circle. Starting first clockwise. And then rotating counterclockwise. And then bringing the awareness down to the sits bones. Checking in, making sure that you feel grounded. And then after that gentle movement, just take a few cycles of breath. And begin to notice how your body feels now. So from this place, we're going to go ahead and we'll begin with Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. You're going to take your non-dominant hand. So for many of you, it would be the left hand. And you will take your thumb. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the nose. Another deep inhale through the nose, filling as you inhale, coming from the bottom to the middle to the top. And at the top of the inhale, you're going to take that left thumb and gently place it over that left nostril. And then take a deep inhale. And then exhale. And then let it come back down. So I started backwards. My apologies. We should be covering the right nostril first. So again, when you're ready, take thumb, right? So this will come from the right hand, and you're going to go ahead and cover the right nostril. So take a deep inhale. Cover the right thumb with the right nostril, and then exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, or left nostril, excuse me. And then at the top of the inhale, you're going to take that right ring finger and cover the left nostril. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. At the top of the inhale, the right nostril, please cover with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Cover with the ring finger. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Cover with the right thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the right or left nostril. Cover with the ring finger. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Cover with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Cover with the ring finger. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Release the hand. Exhale now through both nostrils. Continuing with your deep diaphragmatic breath, so that as you inhale, you fill from the bottom, low belly. Then go to the solar plexus, then fill all the way up to the heart. If you choose to pause 1 to 2 counts, please do so. And then exhale, come from behind the heart. Exhale to the solar plexus, and then exhale down to the low belly. 3 more cycles of breath. Please do this with your pace, and just notice the difference in your mind, in your brain. Do things feel a little bit more relaxed? Does the brain feel a little bit more quieter? Which means that then you can change the chemical balance in the rest of your body so that it begins to feel quiet too. At the end of your 3rd breath, please take your palms, place them over your heart. And let's go ahead and move into sound. We'll start and we'll sing the sound of ah, then we'll move into the sound of o, then the sound of mm. On your 4th silent breath, please set your intent for your practice today, making this an I am statement, something that you most need something that you most desire. So when you're ready, take that deep, full inhale through both nostrils. And then when you're ready, gently release the hands. Let them come down, palms facing down on top of the thighs. Just take a moment to observe where you are, how you feel. And then allow the hands to come down by your sides, taking a full, deep breath of joy, lengthening through the arms, through the fingers. Hands come all the way up, allowing the palms to touch, and then exhale, bringing that energy all the way back down to the heart center, and allow the thumbs to touch the heart point on the sternum. Full cycle of breath right here. At the end of the exhale, release your hands, and again, deep inhale. Lengthen all the way out and up. Palms touch. Exhale, bring the energy all the way down to center. And again, thumbs gently press against the sternum. Full cycle of breath. And then one more time at the end of the exhale. Palms come down and inhale, lengthen, feel joy, feel gratitude, feel love, and bring that all the way down. This time when you're ready, allow the corners of your mouth to begin to turn up in a smile. Let your eyes gently open. Thank you, guys. Okay, we're going to start on our backs today. We're going to do Supta Padangusthasana, reclining hand to toe pose. I know this is not your favorite pose for some of you, but it's going to set us up for the other things that we're going to do. So take your strap. Let's come on down. Okay. Let's begin by keeping the knees bent, coming with the soles of the feet on the mat. Let your hands come to the low belly. And just one more time, take a couple cycles of breath to reconnect, moving from this plane of gravity with our back on the mat, so that as you inhale, feel that low belly really expand, moving out and up, and allowing that expansion to gently draw that lower lumbar spine into a gentle curve. And then as you exhale, coming from the top, going to the middle, ending at the bottom, gently drawing up and in. Feel that lower lumbar spine really relax and reground into the mat. And then one more time. Deep inhale. Feel that low belly expand. And as the expansion happens, notice that that lower lumbar spine just naturally draws upward. And then as you exhale, coming from the top down, gently draw and reground. So from here, we're going to start with our right leg. So begin simply by drawing that leg up and into the air, placing your strap around the ball of the right foot, and then allowing that right hand to hold onto the strap. So please, you guys, remember, The leg does not have to be at a perfect 90-degree angle. If this is difficult, especially if your hamstrings are tight, please feel free to lower the leg away from you, okay? Just keep the energy moving through the leg. That's what's most important. I'm waving at you with my left hand. I'd like to have you place that on the front of your hip, okay, the iliac crest. If it feels appropriate, you can take this left leg and gently lengthen all the way down, okay? So from here, we're going to begin by gently opening the leg out towards the side, 90 degrees from or perpendicular from the left leg. So when you're ready, I want you to take a deep inhale, come from that low belly. And as you exhale, hug the muscle to the bone, squeeze through the glute just a little bit and very gently, because you're working against gravity here. Gravity is wanting you to move the leg very rapidly, and I want you to slow it down. So I want you to keep this within the muscles. Your left hand on the front of the hip is very important, because as soon as that left hip begins to rock up, I want you to stop. So it's really not about how far out your leg is, as it is about how well balanced can you stay through the sacrum and the back of the pelvis. I want you to breathe. Deep, full inhale, deep, full exhale. Still using that full diaphragmatic breath. Those of you that like having a pause at the top of the breath, please use it. You're working with your breath, pacing it to what your body says it needs. At the end of the next cycle of breath, so bottom of the exhale, on the inhale, I want you to squeeze that glute on the right leg, and just as slowly, I want you to draw that right leg all the way back up to where you began. And then pause. Left hand that was on the hip now was going to take the strap. The right hand is going to come out in T formation, so about 90 degrees from the leg, okay? Palm can be down, palm can be up, it doesn't matter. This first part is small. We're working into the lateral side, the outer side of the thigh, and into the glutes. So you're going to work to keep both of the back sides of your hip on the mat. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently begin to draw this right leg over towards the left. Now remember, you're still working to keep both hips down. So this may be a very small movement. And you may begin to feel this rather instead at the glutes, you may feel this more down towards the knee, okay? So at the distal point of the hamstrings, right? And down towards the distal, there where the insertion is for the IT band. So wherever you feel it, if you feel it up high through the glutes, or if you feel it down low by the knee, wherever you get that space of sensation, that's where I want you to stop. And I'm looking for you to stop at a place where the stretch actually feels good. Please don't take this to the point of where you are uncomfortable. Instead, I want the stretch to feel something that you can lean into. From here, if your body says yes, you can now begin to take this into a twist. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this right hip, if you're choosing, and take a deep inhale. And then on the exhale, begin to lift that right hip up and gently begin to bring it over. So now you're stacking a little bit more that right side of the hip a little bit over, closer to the left. And breathe. Again, you're only taking this as far as it feels good. Again, you're looking for the place where the stretch feels like you just want to lean into it because it feels delicious. One more full cycle of breath. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, so at the bottom of the exhale, as you inhale, you're going to bring yourself all the way back up. Gently bend into the knee, release the strap from the foot, and then gently either interlace your fingers just below the kneecap, or if knees are a little sensitive, you're going to interlace your fingers behind the knee on top of the low hamstring, back of the thigh. And just feel that gentle opening. Still working your breath, and then gently, slowly release your hands. Bring that right leg down. Knee is bent, sole of the foot is on the mat. Gently bring that left leg up if it's not already up, and take a moment to just simply gently lift through the low back. Make sure that you're centered, and then draw yourself back down. Using your strap again, changing sides. Now we're going to move into the left leg, wrapping the strap around the ball of the foot. Now holding on with the left hand. Right hand is going to come right along the front on that front part of your ilium, okay, your hip bone. You can either keep this right knee bent or you can extend it down. Please do what feels best. And just take a moment and notice how you feel on this side. Remember, our two sides could feel different. So please make whatever adjustments are necessary. Again, if 90 degrees is too much for this leg, feel free to bring that leg slightly lower and away from your torso. So when you're ready from here, take a deep inhale. Squeeze through the glute, and as you exhale, gently begin to open that left leg. Again, this may feel completely different on this side. So really pay attention to what your body is telling you. And breathe right here. This left leg begins to shake. If the right leg begins to shake, it's all fine. Just simply use your breath. One more full cycle of breath. Now, use your glutes, your muscles, and very gently, very slowly begin to raise this left leg up. When you get it back to 90 degrees, beautiful. Change hands. Right hand now comes to hold on to the strap. Left hand comes out into T formation. This first part is just like we did on the first side. Really feel both sides of the hips remain on the ground. So small movement. Deep inhale. When you're ready, as you exhale, gently begin to bring this left leg over to the right. And again, small movement, not a big one. Hug the muscle to the bone and notice where you feel on this side. It could be, again, that you might feel it down by the knee. It might be on this side. You feel it higher. You feel it in the glute, or you feel it through the inside of the pelvis. There are lots of different places that you can feel this because everybody adapts to their movement differently. So please just bring awareness to what your body is telling you. Now, from here, if your body says yes, you're going to work to bring this left hip up and move yourself into a twist. So if your body says yes, gently draw that left hip up. Breathe deeply. You can play with this by breathing deeply into the left lung. Beautiful, you guys. One more cycle of breath right here. And now from here, I want you to squeeze through your glute and gently bring that leg all the way back up to where we began. Gently bend into this left knee. You can either interlace your fingers just below the kneecap or behind the knee. Do what feels best so that you are not over flexing into that knee. Then gently draw the knee up along the side of the torso and breathe here. And then gently, slowly release. From here, let's bring both knees up and draw them high into the chest, moving ourselves into Apanasana, energy-freeing pose. Notice how much this is like child's pose. We're just simply doing this in a different way. So instead, when we do child's pose, it's our lower legs that are on the mat, and here it's our back. Okay. Now, I want you to take both knees and roll yourself over onto whichever side feels most comfortable. We're going to do a little bit of Vashisthasana or side plank today, you guys. So, the first part of Vashisthasana is like this. What you're going to do is we're on our side, so I'm on my right side. I have my forearms so that my fingers are facing forward, and my shoulder and my elbow are in approximately a vertical line. Okay. So then from here, I've got one long line going, and my knees are bent. So my toes are behind me. See here, my toes. Okay, toes are bent. The first step to Vashisthasana is simply to say, can I hold myself right here? Okay, can I press firmly through this right arm, pressing down into the mat? And then if I want to make this into a little bit more, I can lift through my left arm. And then if I want to turn this into a little bit of a gazing or a balancing pose, I can shift my gaze so that I'm turning my head and I'm gazing up towards the ceiling. Good. Beautiful, you guys. Everybody looks great. Gently, slowly bring that down. Okay, here's the next part. You're going to bring this top leg, and I want you to bring it in front and then straighten. So the left leg comes in front with the foot on the mat. Okay, the right leg is straight and underneath. Everybody got that? Can we do that? Good. All right. If and only if you think your body's got a little bit more, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hips and you're going to lift your hips up. Oh, there we go. Okay, bring them back down. All right. So kind of check in. Notice how that felt. Did that feel good, or did that feel like it was too much? If it felt like it was too much, stay here. If it felt like you had a little bit more, lift your hips. You can take your hand either to the front, or you can also take your hand to the top of the knee. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, if your body says yes, I want you to lift your hips. You're going to hold yourself up right here and then bring your arm up. Beautiful, good. If you want to make this a balancing pose, change your gaze up to the ceiling. Beautiful, you guys, awesome. Gently, slowly, Left arm comes down, hips come down. Okay? Left leg comes back. We're going to bring ourselves upright. Take a moment and notice, did you find too much strain through your neck? So check in with all of your body parts, you guys. I want you to be very careful that you're not doing too much. I want this to be fun. So we're going to start at the beginning on this side. So again, we're taking one long straight line and we have our knees bent. Okay? We're doing this because it's a little bit easier to lever and find lift when we're shorter, right? It's easier to do it this way than with our legs long. So that's why we're bending our knees. So again, on this side, the left arm is now down. My shoulder and my elbow are in approximately the same line, and my fingers are pointing forward, palms down, okay? So this is the first one. When you're ready, inhale, bring that right arm up. Beautiful, you guys. If it feels comfortable, I want you to shift your head, gaze up towards the ceiling. And breathe. And then shift the gaze so that you're again facing straight ahead. Bring the arm down, okay? This time, the right leg is going to come up. So the sole of the foot is on the mat. And then if you choose, you're gonna lengthen that left leg, flexing into the foot. So the first thing I want us to do right here is just simply see, can you lift up? Can you lift the hips up and create space between you and the mat? And then bring it back down. Check in with how that felt. Was it too much pressure on the neck? Was it too much pressure on the back? Okay. Was it too much pressure through the shoulder? If it was good in all of those areas, then we're going to go ahead and continue. If not, you're going to do it from this point right here. So, right hand can come on top of the right hip if you choose. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lift the hip. Good. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. If you choose, gaze can go to the ceiling. Breathe. And then bring the gaze forward. Right arm down. Hips come down. Okay? Here we go. That right leg can come back. Knees can come up and in. And then you can bring yourself upright into a seated posture. Check in with your body. How did that feel? We haven't done that one before, y'all. You looked fabulous. Go team. All right, you guys. So now we're going to just kind of stretch our shoulders out a little bit before we move on. So if you choose, you can use your chair. What I want you to do is, depending on what your knees are telling you today, you're either going to begin by finding a variation of puppy, or you can take yourself back into child's pose, all right? You've got options. Please do what feels best. So this is the first step. You're either going to start in puppy. Arms are wider than the shoulders. Top of the forehead is on the mat, and you're getting just a really nice opening through the armpits, all right? This is a great way to do it if you don't want to put too much pressure into flexion of the knees. If flexion of the knees is no problem, then you can bring your hips back to your heels. Arms are still wider. And just take a moment here and feel that lower lumbar spine begin to open very gently. Okay, so we're going to let this do a little bit of lateral work. So what I want you to do is, whether you're here in puppy variation or whether you're here in child's pose, it doesn't matter which, I want you to walk your hands over towards the right and shift your hips to the left. So that as you do this, you get this really yummy opening through that left lateral side, okay? So for those of you that are golfing, this might feel really yummy. Now, we're gonna play a little bit here. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to feel what it feels like to lift that left shoulder just a little bit, allowing the gaze to come underneath the left armpit as you drop into the right shoulder. And just notice how that changes the opening on this left side. Then come back to neutral. And then, if your body says yes, I want you to drop this left shoulder, left side, and begin to lift a little bit on the right shoulder, right side. And again, just notice how that changes the posture. So sometimes we can move very differently into a different type of stretch by just making very small movements. It doesn't have to be a big change. And then come back to where we started from. And take another cycle of breath right there. And then from here, I want you to walk your hands back so that now, again, we're either into extended child's pose or extended puppy, either one. I'm going to change sides just so that it's easy for you all to see. Now I want you to walk your hands over towards the left and shift your hips over to the right. Breathe deeply into that right lateral side. It's a great way to find hidden areas of tension, you guys. We normally don't spend a lot of time opening into our side body, and it's really important that we do. So again, now we're going to play with the posture. So if you choose, you can begin to take that right shoulder up just a little bit more. You can shift the gaze underneath that right armpit. And just notice how that changes the sense of opening and space in the posture. Remember, you're doing this slowly, and you're only taking this to the place where it feels good, where your body wants to lean in. And then with the next exhale, gently lower that right shoulder, come back to where we were, where we began in the posture. Full cycle of breath. And then when your body says yes, now play with this idea of gently lifting into the left shoulder and dropping into the right. And notice how that changes the sense of opening in the posture. And breathe. And then very gently, very slowly, release. Coming back to where we began with our arms over towards the left, hips out to the right. And then very gently walk those arms extended. And now you can either, again, stay with arms and forehead down in puppy variation or extended arm child's pose. Or if you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can walk your knees just a little bit forward so that the palms can come to rest at the bottom crossbar on your chair. And you can gently lengthen into your shoulders that way. Eventually allowing the top of the forehead to rest lightly on the mat. And you can play with what movement you have in your shoulders. You can draw the shoulders up towards the ears while you're here. You can then find the lower edge of the shoulder blade and gently slide it down, creating a little bit more space for your head and neck. And then gently, slowly release your hands from the crossbar. Walk your hands back, bringing yourself up into hips to heels. Good. And then as long as that feels good, you can step yourself up. There we go. I'm going to change the camera. Be right there. Okay, here we go, you guys. All right, of course now I changed it. So I want you to grab your chair. Okay, so this first part, we're gonna use our chair just as a little bit of an assist, and then we'll do it without the chair, but I wanna start with the chair. So the first thing that I want you to do is find Tadasana, find mountain pose through your feet. So please remember, the feet can be anywhere from next to each other, toes touching, all the way out to hip distance. If you need it, even a little bit more than hip distance. What I'm looking for is for you to find that sense of balance between the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot, allowing those toes to abduct or spread wide so that you feel really stable. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do right here from mountain pose is just gently squeeze into your glutes. Notice how that helps you have a strong base, and then inhale the arms up overhead into Urdhva Sthasana, raised arm pose. There we go. And I'm just going to move myself over here so that y'all can see. This is the first piece. Take a moment and feel the shoulders come up to the ears, and then slide the shoulder blades down. Beautiful, you guys. Hug the muscle to the bone and keep yearning to the sky with the fingers. Gaze can come up to the ceiling. And then exhale, release the arms. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to move into is Thunderbolt. But I want us to do it with it right behind the chair so that if we lose our balance, all we have to do is just simply sit. Okay? So what's going to happen is that find your feet in mountain pose. Take a deep inhale. Arms up overhead, wider than shoulder width. And then draw up and in through the core, squeeze through the glutes, bend into the knees, and feel the sacrum and the coccyx begin to sink down. Gaze is either up towards the ceiling, if that's too much for your neck, straight ahead, breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Now from here, sweep your arms down so that they are there if you need them. Squeeze through the glutes a little bit more and see how slowly you can bring yourself down into your chair without doing that little fafum at the end. Oh, beautiful. Look at you guys go. That's gorgeous. That's how you should be going down into a chair every time, instead of letting everything relax and fall. Okay? So from here, what I want you to do is we're going to practice this next piece using the chair first. So I want you, as far as it's comfortable, to bring your feet a little bit closer together. Okay? Now from here, I want you to take the left arm, inhale up, and what you're going to do is you're going to lean forward, bend at the elbow, bring it all the way across so that left elbow comes to the outside of the right thigh. Left hand is going to create prayer, and that left elbow goes up. And I want you to face forward, anteriorly. Breathe. Now, remember when we did all that side movement? Take a moment to notice where you're feeling this through your back. Beautiful, you guys. Good. To release, you're going to go ahead, separate your palms. Release that left or that right arm, and then bring the left arm up. Bring both arms back up. Palms touch. Come back down to center. Breathe. Okay? All right. Let the arms come down by the side. Now we're going to do the same thing, but on the other side. So this time, inhale, bring that right arm up. Hinge forward, coming from the hips. Bend at that right elbow, come across, and now you're going to bring that right arm to the outside of this left leg. Palm is facing forward. Make your little palm sandwich, and this time that left elbow comes up. Breathe. And you can press in with that right back of the upper arm, right? So at the base of the triceps, right by the elbow. Gaze is forward. Breathe. Take a moment here to notice how your body feels as you twist on this side. And breathe. Okay, gently release. Release, left arm. Inhale. All the way back up. Palms come down. Pause at the heart. Okay, you guys ready to do this without the chair? Yes? Okay, we're gonna keep the chair right there. So if you get into it and go, this does not feel good, do another set in the chair, okay? But I want to give you guys the option. I want you to try it. If you want to try it, great. If you don't, we got the chair. We can do a second set in the chair. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we've got the chair right there just in case we need it. Round through those feet, lift those toes, separate them, play with them. Find equal grounding between the ball of the foot and the heel. Gently squeeze the glutes a little bit. That's going to help press that foot down into the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, keep squeezing through the glutes. Bend into the knees. Find the space that feels good. And now what you're going to do, you're going to take this left arm, bend at the elbow, bring it over to the outside of the knee, just like we did when we were sitting in the chair. Palm is facing up. Right hand comes up, right elbow is up. Breathe. Look at you go. Yes. Awesome sauce. Good. Now to release, let go of that right arm. Let go of that left. Inhale. Come back up, both arms up. We're going to do the other side now. When you're ready, squeeze into those glutes. Right arm, bend at the elbow. Bring it across to the outside of the left thigh. Palms touch. Left elbow comes up towards the sky. Breathe. Look at you go. Beautiful, you guys. Man, you all are making this look easy. Gently release. Arms come back up. Squeeze through the glutes. Come all the way back up. Lift the heart. Palms touch. Exhale. Okay. Big round of applause, you guys. You all look great. Yay! Awesome sauce. Okay. Now, for something even more, I want us to play with this idea that lunge can actually be fun. So we've got a couple different ways that we can do this. I want you to play and find out what feels best for you. The first variation that you can do is if you step back a couple of feet. So notice that I'm a couple feet behind my back legs of my chair. I'm going to start with my right or my left leg, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to step up and I'm going to bring that left foot onto the seat of the chair. Voila, you guys, this is lunge, okay? Easy peasy, everybody got that? Now, if you want to do a little bit more, turn your chair, okay? This side is a little bit higher, so this is going to give you a little bit more. The first variation on this side is, again, I'm going to take that left leg and I'm going to bring it up. So notice that this side is a little bit higher. Does that feel okay? All right. Now, bring it back down. I want you to take your right leg and step it back about the length of your foot. Okay. So notice I had my foot right here. They were parallel. Now I'm taking my foot back about the length of one foot. Bring your hands to your hips and step up. Okay, now we have a wider stance. Notice that here, my knee is behind my ankle. So that means, guess what? I have some space that I can take from my hips and push my hips forward. Take a moment and notice, how does that feel? Okay, if I want to take this even more, I can release my hands and I can bring them to the back of the chair. Now, when I do that, my knee now has gone in front of my ankle. So what I'm going to do is I'm up on the ball of my foot on my right side. I'm going to lightly step my foot back a little bit more so that once again, I'm realigned. Knee and ankle are stacked. Okay? And breathe. How does this feel, you guys? We doing okay? All right, good. Like the thumbs up. All right, now, here we go. I want you to keep a hold of the back of the chair with this left arm. So everything now is left, 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 right? You're going to take that right foot and spin it so that you are grounded on that right foot now. Good, beautiful, you guys. Inhale, bring both arms up. Oh, look at you go. Nice warrior variation. Squeeze through the glutes. Can you feel your legs shaking a little bit? That's a good thing. Breathe. Nice. All right, here we go. We're going to do side angle. So you're going to bend into this left arm. Let it rest on top of the thigh. Inhale, sweep that right arm through. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome sauce. All right, from here, you're going to gently turn, bring that right hand back down. You're going to pivot that right foot so you're back on the ball of the foot. Got it? Beautiful. Are our legs shaking yet? Maybe a little bit, yes? Okay. All right, one more if you decide. You can either stay here, or if you want to really do it up, you're going to take that left or that right arm, bring it across, and you're going to twist and breathe. So my hands are in prayer just like they were before, but now we're doing it on the chair. Gently, slowly release. Hands come to the back. You're going to start by bringing that right foot in. So bend into the knee, hop up, be safe. Now you can release the back of the chair. Step that left foot down. Shake it out. Woo! We just did a whole bunch. How are you guys feeling? Good? All right, here we go. I'm going to change sides because now we get to do the other side. So again, we're starting all the way at the beginning because the sides of our bodies are different. So the first thing you're going to do is step this right foot up. Take a moment. How does it feel on this side? Does this feel good? Does this feel comfortable? If it does, bring it back down. Turn your chair. Okay. This side's a little bit higher. Step that right foot up. How does that one feel? Does that feel okay? All right. If it feels okay, bring the foot back down. Your feet are side by side. I want you to take that left foot, step it back the length of your foot. Okay. Now, step that right foot up. Beautiful. Look at you guys go. Awesome. Now you have some space. So I want you, as long as it feels comfortable, to lead from the hips and gently come forward. Beautiful. If you have more space than that. So notice that my heel on my left foot is coming up. That's fine. I'm still on the ball of my foot. If it feels comfortable, bring your hands to the back of the chair. Now, I want you to make sure that the knee is not past the ankle. If your knee is past your ankle, you're going to do a very light hop back with that left foot. Restack the knee and ankle. Breathe. Notice how your body's feeling right here. This is a really big opening, you guys. And notice how relaxed your upper torso is. When we're doing lunge on the floor, guess what? Your torso and your shoulders should be this relaxed. Next step, I want you to ground, so you're going to spin on that left foot. Toes are going to face forward, ground the entire foot down onto the mat. Okay? If you feel solid, lift your torso away, arms come out into warrior variation, right? So my torso is open towards you. I'm like abducting. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Squeeze through those glutes. Your legs are working. Okay? If you feel like you can, move into side angle. Bend into that right elbow. Bring it on top of the right thigh. Sweep that left arm through. And breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome sauce. Very nice. Very nice. Good. All right. From here, if your body says yes, you're going to turn this into a little bit of a twist. Bend through the left elbow. Come to the outside of the right thigh. Palms touch. Right elbow up. Gaze forward. Breathe. And release. Okay. Gently, hands again, come back to the back. Pivot back into the toes. Now to come out gently, gracefully, you're going to lightly hop that left foot forward. There you go, good. Now, hips come up, torso comes up, step off. Shake the legs. Woo! How are we feeling, you guys? That looked beautiful. You guys rocked it. You really did. Awesome, awesome. Let's see how much time we got. Okay, here we go. Oh. So from here, let's come back down, grab a block. Oh, and if you need it, grab a quick drink of water or hydration fluid. Want everyone to stay happily hydrated. All right, we're going to keep our chairs handy because we're going to do legs up the chair as our final posture today. So you have your block. We're going to do a little bit of core work just to help balance out everything that we did. Take a moment, check in with the shoulders, check in with head and neck. Let's do one thing for our shoulders really quickly before we come all the way down. So we have our knees bent. We're grounded through the sacrum and the bottom on the mat. Bring your hands behind. Fingers are either going to face forward. We've got deep extension right here, or if that's too much, put your hands into soft fists. So the first thing I want us to do right here is just simply take those inner edges of the shoulder blades and just gently squeeze them in together. And if your fingers want to move out, that's fine. But just really get that yummy squeeze through those inner edges of the shoulder blades. Oh, yum, yum, yum. And then let it relax. Pivot the fingers back or come back to the soft fists. So from here, begin to lift the torso and the hips. So again, now we're doing a variation of reverse of lifted plank. Breathe and exhale, gently come down, or Eastern facing plank. Lots of different planks. And then one more time, take a moment, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Let it relax. Pivot the fingers. Draw up and in and lift. Reverse tabletop. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. And then gently, slowly, bring yourself down. Release the hands, release the arms. Do a little wrist circle here, both directions. And then gently, slowly roll yourself down. Knees are still bent. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to work the different parts of a circle with the block in between our knees. So we can do this either with the block on the small side, or if we want to do something slightly different, we can take the wide side. So the wide side is facing us, a little bit like a TV screen. Okay. So you want to make sure that this feels good for your sacrum. So arms can either come down by the side, or if that doesn't feel quite good enough, you can shift your hips from side to side and bring your hands underneath so palms are facing down. That gives just a little bit of sacral lift, and for some might feel a little bit better. So the first thing we're going to do is take a deep inhale, come from the low belly, and as you exhale, gently, slowly roll the hips over to the right. And as you do that, you're going to pause before that right leg touches the ground. Breathe deeply. And then inhale, come back up. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, roll yourself over to the left side. And again, you're pausing before that left leg touches the ground. And then gently bring yourself up. Okay, so this next part, what we're going to do is we're going to bring ourselves all the way around in a circle. So both hips at one point are going to be, you're going to be on one hip and then you'll be on the other. So before we start, just kind of take a moment and play with that sensation of rocking over to the right, lengthening the knees down and away, coming up over on the left, and then centering the block and coming forward with the knees very high towards your face. Okay? We're going to do this in both directions. I want you to do 3 circles. Use your entire breath so that as you inhale, you're taking one half of the circle. As you exhale, you're taking the other half. We're going to start in a clockwise direction, and then after 3 cycles of breath, we're going to reverse that and do counterclockwise. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale, bringing the block towards you in the trunk, and then as you exhale, gently, slowly, go down and around. Use your entire breath. Circles can be as big or as small as you want them to be. Okay, when you get done with all 3 circles, remove your block. Take a moment and we're going to go ahead and just recenter, re-ground through the sacrum. Soles of the feet are on the mat. Lift your hips and slide your block underneath, so the top edge is just below the dimple. And just breathe here. Let your arms come to rest down by your side, palms facing up. You can take a moment to draw those inner edges of the shoulder blades towards each other. Get that little extra bit of opening through the front. Let your body relax here. If your body says yes, you can begin by extending your right leg. This is going to take it a little bit more into the psoas. So again, you're looking for the space that is comfortable. Breathe. Take 3 cycles of breath if you have one leg extended, and then you'll draw that leg up and do the opposite leg. If you're happy here in supported bridge, stay in supported bridge. This is your opportunity to do what you feel that your body needs. This is not about anyone else's practice except for yours. When you get done with 3 cycles of breath each side for the psoas stretch, or 6 cycles of breath for supported bridge, gently draw the chair closer towards you and place the lower leg on the seat of the chair so that you can do legs up the chair as your final deep relaxation. You can stay in this posture through Savasana if that feels good, or you can simply take 5 cycles of breath here with legs up the chair, and then move into a reclined or supine Savasana. So just play, let your body find space. This is a great time right here to use that pause at the very top of the inhale. Let your body really have the opportunity to soften and relax. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. Give yourself at least 5 cycles of breath and legs up the chair. You can either stay here for Savasana as legs up the chair, or you can find the full supine extension. Please do what feels best for you. At the end of your 5 cycles of breath and legs up the chair, take a moment to connect and make sure that you're not holding tension anywhere in your body. If you need to squeeze and then release, please do so. Very gently, very slowly, begin to find your way back. Start with fingers and toes, hands and feet. Allow them to make whatever movements feel best. Then use your breath. Take a full deep inhale and exhale. And if it feels good, stretch and bring your arms up over your head. Really fill your body with fresh oxygen. Really breathe fresh energy, fresh prana. Take a moment to notice the difference in your body now versus when you started. When you're ready, gently draw the knees high into your chest. Give yourself a gentle hug. And then gently roll yourself onto your side and back to a seated position one last time. Bring your hands in prayer, thumbs to the heart space on your sternum. You guys, thank you so much for your willingness to play, for your willingness to try new things. I'm so grateful. It was an honor to get to be part of your practice today. I honor the divine in you that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste, and may the blessings be.